Good evening, everybody, or good morning, or good afternoon, wherever you guys are, and whenever you're watching this video. We are going to talk about the second question type in the listening section of TOEFL 2026, which is listening to a conversation. Remember, previously, in older versions of TOEFL, everything used to be very academic. So all the questions that you had in kind of an academic scenario. But in the new changes, TOEFL is making some updates and kind of trying to expand things a little bit further into everyday situation. Again, things that usually a student or somebody who travels to another country might deal with. But because the majority of people who take TOEFL are students. But again, they are more general, more wholesome when it comes to somebody's life in a foreign country. So the second question type, as we discussed before, is listening to a conversation. Remember, we only listen to the conversation once, so it is very important for us to make sure we take notes of the important information and we distinguish the information between the people in the recording. Is there a man? Is there a woman? If you want to take notes, we take notes onto two categories. So I, for example, create like a table for myself, and then I say man and a woman, and then I take my notes like this. This will really help me focus. Remember, focus is the most important part. If we have the right information and right focus, we can easily answer the questions. The questions are shorter and fewer, if I may, compared to older versions of TOEFL, but it is of the same level of difficulty. And you will hear more conversations, but you will deal with fewer questions. Remember that. So more items, shorter questions. This is the nature of the new TOEFL. And in module 1, the difficulty of questions might be different in module 2. Regardless, how we approach it is pretty much the same thing. So you listen, you have some notes. This is an example of a conversation that we listen, for example, only once, remember. And again, we have question and options. All right. As always, before you look at the options, make sure you read and understand the question as completely as possible. What does the woman imply that she was about to do? Imply, it means that she didn't say it directly, but she implied it, so you can understand it from the conversation. And then you look at your notes and you look at the options you have compare, and you for example, choose the best response. I'm not gonna tell you the answer because I'm gonna ask you to do the practice at the end of the lesson. Here again, like, the question is more important than the options. You read the question, it says, what does the man say? Why does the man say, I'd forget my head if it wasn't screwed on? I'd forget my head if it wasn't screwed on. So you probably have some idea of why he said that. But you probably have taken some notes too. So based on your notes, based on your understanding of the conversation, you choose the best response. This way of taking notes, using your notes as a base to answer the questions, might take some time for you to get a good hand of, but it's gonna really help you. So please always take notes. As I said in the last lesson, do not trust your memory. Do not trust your attention, because I have seen a lot of cases where people thought, okay, this is very easy, I'm going to remember everything. And then when it comes to questions, they suddenly forgot everything. So notes are going to save your life. Notes are going to make you focus more, and notes are going to help you understand what you need to do better. Okay, we have more questions like this, and this is module 2, where the questions might be a little bit more difficult. We talked about modules before, so you know what modules are for. Module 2, the questions will change based on your performance in module 1. As always, click on the link, go to the questions, download the recordings, listen to them, answer the questions, check your answers. In the comment section, tell me how well you did, how many correct answers you have, and what was the most challenging thing for you. And I'll try to help you focus on that, and I'll try to consider that in my future recordings for practices. Remember, as always, practice is key. So the more you do it, the better you're going to become at it. But again, I'm here to help you. So if there's any part that you're struggling with, let me know in the comments, and I will try to help you with the right approach and right set of practices to deal with it. We don't have to do it all over again ourselves. So thank you very much. Stay tuned. More listening lessons are coming this week. I'll see you soon.